Air Force and Baylor up next. This is the Armed Forces Bowl. Brian, starting off with you here. Amon G. Carter Stadium, Fort Worth, Texas. Total of 49. We're seeing -5, -5.5 at most shops here. That's the Baylor Bears. So a little Mountain West, Big 12 action. Are you liking anything in Fort Worth, Texas on Thursday, Brian?
Baylor knows the stadium well, don't they, Drew? And I'm going to look at this two ways. One, numbers perspective. Over the last decade, service academies, they show up in these bowl games. 13-3 against the number, 5-1 when getting points, 3 outright wins. And then you look at Air Force, they're looking to make it back-to-back 10-win seasons for the first time in a quarter century. So they've got motivation. As for Baylor, look, I'm 42 now, working hard to bring all the people some winners, just like everybody is. But once upon a time, I was a slacker, okay? Like when I was in college. And you know what I would not have wanted to do when I was in college, guys, is work on defending the triple option 3 days before Christmas. I think it's a no-show from the Baylor defense. By the way, they just got rid of their defensive coordinator on top of that. How excited are they to be going to a stadium that they play in, every other season? Yeah, from a numbers perspective, if this was a regular season game, it'd be insane that Baylor would only be a 5.5-point favorite against Air Force, but it's not a regular season game. It's a bowl. I think Air Force shows up and Baylor probably does not.
Brian, love the breakdown, man. Just to double check with you, you said 13-3 last 16 military academies and bowl games?
Yes.
That was against the spread?
Yes, 13-3. The military, the service academies are in bowls. That's the run.
Wow, I like that. And Tony, coming to you next. It's one of those things with the military academies. Like it's the opposition has extra time to prepare for the triple option, which is usually a good thing. But to Brian's point, you got to be motivated to want to learn to do that. If you're not, I'll take the triple option all day, man. What are you thinking here, Air Force and Baylor?
I have a standing rule when it comes to military academies during the bowl season. I think Brian did a great job of laying that out because unless Army, Navy, Air Force unless Roger Staubach comes back and plays, and one of those three teams is at a level where they are playing on New Year's Day, on New Year's 6th, whatever the case may be, it's difficult. It's difficult to get a team because they're obviously going to be taking a team that's their equal or at least close to it to get them motivated, like you just said, for this game and to train and practice and watch film and stand and take hit after hit against the triple option is something that, as Brian said, I definitely wouldn't want to do in December after finals when my boys are out having tequila in Tijuana, right? No, my standing rule is I'm either on the military school or I'm not in the game when it comes to bowls. And it's not like that comes up all the time. Not that it's significant or it matters, but that's just a rule. And as Brian said, he gave you the numbers. It's a pretty successful rule.
Seems like it. From Tijuana, Tony there, guys. I don't know if Baylor guys would be going to Tijuana. Thinking, maybe they a little closer to Juarez. Maybe I'm not really sure what Matamoros, Mexico, but I see what you're saying there, Tony. Picking up what you're laying down. Mm-hmm. Jimmy, finish us off here, man. What are you thinking, Air Force and Baylor?
So I'm going against the betting market here in this game. It's not one of my stronger plays. It's going to be a pass. So let me state the obvious. I mean, it's obviously going to come down to running the football, but let me be a little bit more specific here. So Baylor's 4-0 when rushing for over 235 yards this season. Air Force is 8-0 when holding opponents to fewer than 115 yards on the ground. So something's kind of got to give here. Yes, the triple option is hard to prepare for. It's hard to defend, but it can be done. I watched Wyoming absolutely smack Air Force in the mouth earlier this season. It was kind of a shorthanded Air Force squad, and I understand that. But the rushing attack is all Air Force has, along with the strong defense. But it's not like Baylor can't play defense. They're more balanced offensively, and they're one of the few teams that I think can actually control the clock and score here. I just don't like the Drew, so it's going to be a pass for me, but I'm actually leaning towards Baylor.